good evening, good afternoon, or good morning from any part of the world. My name is Tony Hernandez Pumarejo, and I'm an advocate for people that are in the autism spectrum and other disabilities and challenges around the world. I'm also the author of the book called An Autism Unscripted Life, which talks about my life in the autism spectrum from childhood to adulthood. So I want to give you thanks for all of you for being here with me today. In today's video, it's going to be very brief. I'm going to talk briefly about World Suicide Prevention Day. I'm going to talk about that today, and the reason for it is because it is something that I usually don't talk about very often. And the reason for it is because suicide it is something that I went through different stages of my life. As you know, if you have read my book An Autism Unscripted Life, I talk about the different episodes in which I went through when I had to deal with suicide thoughts and plans and finding ways to end my life because of the situations that I was going through, from bullying in school to rejection, social rejection, to different situations and challenges within my family, problems with my family, different changes in my life, different things that were going on that contributed towards me to having suffered through severe clinical depression. And as a result of that clinical depression, I had those thoughts to end it all, to end my life once and for all, to end this nightmare once and for all. And I got to a point in which there was a time in my life in which I thought that I was not even going to make it. It got a point in which I was about to throw in the towel and end this nightmare and end this life. But what stopped me, what helped me, stopped me from making that fatal decision, or fatal action, was thinking about the people and the lives that were going to be destroyed because of that decision. And that what stopped me from eventually making that decision of killing myself, ending my life that way. And that is something that we as a society, we must do more, because there's millions of people, not only in our country, in the United States, but also worldwide, they're facing different types of situations which are causing them to have these suicidal thoughts and having these thoughts of ending their lives. Only the reason have their thoughts is because they want to end this nightmare and they want to end the pain. And it is something that we as a society must do more to address our mental health crisis that we're facing not only in our nation but also worldwide. I talked about this in a previous post a couple of days ago, in which a girl with Asperger's, in the autism spectrum, killed herself because of bullying, not only in school but also in social media. So this is the reason why we must do more to help those that are going through challenges in all of their areas of life, to help them realize that there's more to life than this, that to help them to realize their worth, and to help them realize that they have a purpose and they have that potential to make that difference in the world. Suicide affects us all directly or indirectly. The statistics for suicide are there. And unfortunately and sadly, they're increasing. Right now in America, suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the United States. And even worse, and this statistics is, the statistic that I'm going to mention should put us all into a perspective and to really think about what we must do as a society to treat other human beings better. And this statistic says that between people that are ages 15, young people, teenagers, from ages 15 all the way to young adults to age 24, age 25, what is the second leading cause of death? Suicide. Suicide is the second leading cause of death for young people ages 15 to 24. And we're seeing that increase of those cases day by day. So we're facing a mental health crisis, but at the same time, it is very important to realize that we can, and we must do more towards helping those people that are going through different challenges in life, to let them know that they are not alone, that they're worthy, that they're here to fulfill that purpose, and to let them know that they are wanted and that they're loved and that they are needed in their communities. Because if that person, once that person makes the decision to end it all, to end their life, it not only destroys the person, but even sadly, it destroys a community. It destroys a family, it destroys friends, it destroys companions, it destroys co-workers, it destroys a whole community. Regardless of the different types of situations and that person went through his community or her community, one way or the other, people's lives are going to be destroyed. And what's even worse is that, what makes you think is, people that made their decision, we get into this, this state of what could it be done to save him or save her? What could he or she would have fulfilled? Those are things that makes you think that something needs to be done, something needs to be changed. So I'm calling to our society today to create more effective programs that will help solve cases of mental health in the different communities. And we need to have more empathy, and we need to let others that are going through different tough times in different areas of their life, to let them know that they are not alone, and to let them know that they're part of this community. If we take these initiatives every day, we can make our world a much better place. So I'm calling all of you to do everything in your communities to help those that are going through tough times and different challenges, to let them know that they're not alone, and that we are there to help you out, fulfill your purpose in life. So if you want to learn more about the stories and episodes that I went through with my having suicide, dealing with clinical depression, especially being in the spectrum, feel free to get a copy of my book, An Autism Unscripted Life. So if you have any questions, any concerns, any comments that you would like to write, please write down them below. And more important, before I end this video, if you're a person that you're going through a lot, that you have been fighting with no end in sight, with no hope, that you see no light at the end of the tunnel, if you have any questions or you feel that you have nobody to talk to, feel free to reach me through my social media, or even send me an email. My email, tonyhpuma@gmail.com. I may not be an expert, a doctor or anything, but I can definitely somehow, some way help you go through the fight that you're facing. So I want to say thank you for all of you for being here today in this World Suicide Prevention Day, and let's go out there and make the difference. So thank you so much, and you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.